how Jay-Z say, let me reintroduce myself. My name is not Ho, but SMT, Financial Partners. That's who I am. And that's what, that's my brand. That's what I represent. And it's not, my brand is, I don't feel like it's a selfish brand because when I say partners, then that means it comes with other CEOs. And that's what we try to build is CEOs. And it feels so good for me right now, being that that's my passion and that was my vision, and I pretty much worked hard to show people that can be the vision. I wasn't telling people, they can do something and I hadn't achieved it yet. I wasn't faking it till I made it. I actually was. I led by example. You know what I mean? And now where we've come from, like, everybody coming from different places. Like, I remember she was just a baby, like 18 years old and hot head. And but she listened though, didn't she?
Definitely.
But when she was just like, she would just go off from 0 to 20, and then she even started learning and maturing in business and start handling situations different. But she didn't know to do that. It was the fact she was following our blueprint and she trusted it. And she ain't argue with us. I mean, she did, but she didn't. You know what I mean? No, she was bad. She was bad. She did argue with us. You know what I mean? She did argue with us. But, and it's not just us. It's like what this has done for a collective of people. And not to mention, I'm a product of it. This ain't even my blueprint. I'm just a product of a blueprint that I'm tailoring, because everybody, like y'all said, gonna put their own little twist on whatever. And whatever brings out the passion in you, what you want to get out of it, you know what I mean? And so that's what I did, and it changed so many lives, thousands, not just if you change one life, that's many. But thousands of lives, and then our lives, and then what we able to show and what we able to teach. And I feel like it's fine time that people recognize us for who we are and not have to ask the next person, because sometimes information gets distorted and a lot of times love ain't involved. So people just are devilish. This is a devilish time that we're in. And people will do and say things nasty about people that's not even true. And you don't even know who these people truly are unless um, look at things for yourself. I've always been that kind of person. I'm not finna just because somebody say something, I'll be like, okay, I noted, but okay, hopefully they change. I'm gonna pray for you. That's how I am, you know. But I don't know. The fact that we built this, I'm really proud of. It's not when I say built this, built entrepreneurial, serial entrepreneurs from nothing. That's crazy. What about when me and you we was daycare grinding and what we called it?
KYD.
KYD. Kirsten, Yolanda, and DJ. It was and we was helping people get daycares established, changing, helping them with compliance, like grinding though. The grind never stopped. That's why it doesn't matter with your mindset. That's what's going to make you wealthy and rich and health. Your mindset, spiritual. That's what's gonna make you, wealthy in that is your mindset. Because we could have just been like, okay, we just fall off just because this didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. But you still have the mindset and you still continue to build and invest in yourself. That's what a lot of people not doing these days. Nobody investing in themselves. Nobody want to learn nothing, And that's crazy. Even Miriam, stay at home mom, 5 boys, Like Miriam, like how do you feel like this, what kind of impact has it had on you as a person, as a wife, as a mother, as even, your sisters and family and yeah.
It's been a good impact, and I get to stay home and do it. I don't gotta miss football games, nothing. I'm at home cooking.
Cooking, because we all trying to be like, Miriam, what you cook? Like, or could you please cook us? She at home looking at the cookbook for new recipes. Okay. I need to be more like that.
Right?
I need some recipes. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Emily? yeah, just like you being on the level that you know what you have achieved in life and the things that you have been through to get there. Like, what kind of impact you think it had on is having on your family, like the people around you, your friends.
When they need help, they can call me, can give them a job if they need a job. So yeah, I'm definitely able to help everyone around me.
And that's such a blessing to be able. I feel like that's what we about. I feel like first and foremost, before it's money, we always been those types of people, anyways, to help people. That's why we do the toys for tots and book bag giveaways, and always helping people. That a lot of times we don't get appreciated, which we don't even do it for the appreciation. But it's sad that we don't, we not appreciated. As a people of knowing that how we are so given in the same breath, then those the same people that be very negative and they tell lies. But I know how they say, and I hate to say it like this, but this is what my cousin always say. He keep telling me the same thing over and over again. Chico, cause if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, right? He did a whole lot of times, so he like that's all he can remember. You ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, so you doing something right. Keep people just saying your name. You got to take the good with the bad, even though it's pulling at you spiritually. You got to stay prayed up, stay covered. That's why we always talk about that Psalm 91. What about that? Do y'all still do it?
Prayer is part of my daily, routine. I do go back to that at times. It's a it's for me, I think it's relevant for people in these positions. It's a good prayer to pray.
Because
You're
it
excited to
covers
become
you.
knowledgeable.
It covers your family. It is a prayer of protection. So when you out here in the world dealing with these devils, you know, you're protected, your family protected, your friends, nothing's gonna come near you because something's always trying to tear you down. Especially when you're on your way to your increase. Something always trying to tear you down. So yeah. But
I think that's just part of the game. When you're doing the right thing and you're heading upwards, it's going to be some things to pull you down, distract you, get you off balance. It's about how you turn it around and you stay focused and you keep going. So, most definitely, it's part of the game when you're entrepreneur, when you're CEO, when you're managing people, when you're helping people get on their feet, when you're trying to turn somebody's life around. It's just part of the process.
what's your perception on, okay, trying to impart in somebody, trying to seeing we first of all, for us to even deal with somebody, we see something in them. Because I'm not just dealing with anybody because everybody not ready for everything. But you saw something in this person and you start imparting into them. And then, they, you could see you want it better than them. Like how mentally, like, does that make y'all feel like, okay, well, I'm done. I'm not helping nobody, or do it make you just feel like, okay, well, I'm gonna just keep trying to do it and try to help it, if I can or however. And so, what's your perception on that? Like, how do that make you feel, and what do y'all do behind that? Do it just make you just give up, or you still like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be like that. I'm not gonna close the doors to everybody because I have been guilty of keeping that door open and keeping that door open and keeping that door open. Now getting to the point of I'm done. Where y'all at with that? Y'all,
I mean, are you when you say the door is closed? Are you meaning like hamster wheel effect? Like the person is not going anywhere. You're helping them, and then they're still here the next time you help them. Is that what you mean? So now the door is closing.
no. Now that person right there, I'm jumping off the porch for because the fact that they never stop. They on a hamster wheel, but they're going. I'm talking about the person that you saw so much in them, you invest in them, and then whatever happened, because we all dealing with all kind of crisis daily, and so whatever they go through, then they end up right back there. But you've extended yourself and you've made sacrifices to if they would have just did this, they would not be having these problems. You know?
I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
you have to also want it. So if I want it more than you and you don't want it, I have to close that door. Because if I'm sitting here waiting on you, I'm missing out on opportunities where they really do want it and want the help.
That makes sense. You can't want it for me more than I want it for my own self.
So I invested in a few people like that that I saw greatness in them, even though they didn't see it in themselves at the time, and now they are great. And I got back in bed with them, right? Believed in them again, whereas I could have took that attitude right then and there. I'm done. Most people do, right? But I went through that. I don't regret the fact that I went through it because it changed these people's lives. And I could have said, I'm done, you know. But now I am at the point where is, where's the rooms that the people that I'm talking to, I want them to be ready. Everybody ain't ready. And so I want them to be ready. And then I'm having more success with that, and having limitations with who I'm showing what and they're not ready for it. But I've had some people that right now, whole entire life has changed and they have scaled, and I'm glad that I did not let them go because I saw that greatness in them and they wasn't ready, but I saw it in them and I kept pushing for them. I did get weary and was about to let go, but as soon as I got to that point, and that probably needed for me to get to that point too, to make them step up their game. You know what I mean? To know that, don't take it for granted. Like, you're not going to continue to be able to, have these behaviors and we still be in bed together. I'm not willing to take that risk, you know. But it took me a long time to get there. But I honestly thank God I did not let them go. And I'm very proud of them to this day. But I'm where I'm at right now mentally. I'm too old, maybe, and I've been through too much. I feel like I paid my dues into jumping in bed, really, So now it's just like the slightest thing. It's like I'm done. I'm like that, and I don't want to be mean or mad, and I don't want to feel like I'm doing something wrong. But that's how I feel.
You shouldn't feel like you're doing anything wrong. It's not your obligation. It's on your heart to try, but
Yeah.
you only have so many obligations in this world, and I would say it's to be alive and then to die. You don't have to do anything outside of that, so you don't have to help anybody.
Hmm. But see, I just feel like my purpose is different, and everybody got a gift, and everybody got something different in their heart, and that's the very thing that gave me all the desires of my heart. It never cheated me.
Do you follow your purpose? Don't question it. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right. But I'm just saying I feel bad now that, sometimes I feel bad and still I have to stand on, like you say, are we standing on business? And I get right back in line because that's what my mind is. But, just making sure I'm consistent in that. And right now, like, I just don't have tolerance for nothing less. It's like you said, I gotta live and die. That's all I can think about at this point. I'm sorry. I can't think about you. Got to live and die. I'm sorry. I can't think about you living and die because I got to live and die. And I got to think about that.
Do they give the same energy that you give them?
That's important.
Because a lot of people don't, and they take advantage of you. So.
And the point, and so it's been so many people. Some of them did, and some of them didn't. Some of them did, and the ones that did, it outweighed. They such beautiful jewels that it outweighed the garbage. But I just don't have the patience for the garbage no more, and I don't have to. And I don't have to. I don't have to sign up for it or deal with
you
it.
can't push people to blossom. They have to understand the game that you're giving them, the knowledge that you're sharing, the position you're trying to put them in. And if they're not willing, now there are unforeseen situations, but if they're not willing to execute the plan, I mean, it's just like a corporate office. They gonna make arrangements for otherwise.
All right. So listen.
You have to know everyone's position in your life. You place it accordingly and use it to whatever works for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the long and short. And when people can get to that perspective right there, you have a lot of peace. I went through a lot to get there though, but I'm just saying I wouldn't change it for the world. I just feel like, a lot of them situations was jewels that came out of it. And then like even with the nursing school with the STNA phlebotomy EKG, guess who? I'm in 30 schools because I'm in like bad schools, if you will. These guys been kicked out. They can't go to high school. So these guys got all kind of stuff going on. Young and living grown folks' lives that they shouldn't be living, and all kind of stuff. And we had to love them and get them a chance. You know what I mean? And so, and then to see some of them now, because it's been years, where they just then blossom. Like, wow, I knew it. And then sometimes you see some of them and they still be in the same position. You know, but to even have some success stories out of it, it always had my heart. You know. But shit, I got to the point where that became abusive to me. Like, wait, man, I gotta love me. I gotta live with that, like you said. I gotta love me, and so that's where I'm at right now. So I have a question for you guys. How has this how has this been? What has it been like for you? What got you, you know, um, your transition into? We're all on this platform. We have children, and me, I have grandchildren. Okay, so don't look at my age over you guys, but yes, I have grandchildren. Y'all don't have any grandchildren yet, but anyway, being a mompreneur and an entrepreneur, a mom and an entrepreneur, being a mompreneur, like how did you make this all work? Because you were on the way up the ladder, working hard, and then in the midst of everything, then you have a child.
To answer exactly how I made it work, I'm not sure, but it worked. It worked, and we're doing it. And I have an 18-month-old. But everything we do is digital. Even with my other business, everything is online, so it makes it a lot easier to be able to just be at home if she's sick. And then also I have a team around me too that helps a lot, that I built to kind of delegate stuff out. So I'm able to be a mom and run businesses.
As you know what, that part for me, that's what I do it for. I work, I'm in counseling right now because, what I did to my kids because mommy wasn't home. I had to go make the donuts. And so, they missed out on a lot, and I missed out on a lot from them that I'm trying to get to understanding now, even though they grown. I'm trying to get whole. So I want to understand. I want to go back and try to fix that,
It's okay.
which I, can fix and acknowledge. But, it's just being into digital. That's the thing. Digital products is the wave of the future. And so, and then not even that, then the blueprint that you have mean everything, or everything you have means nothing, because that blueprint is, you only as good as your blueprint. And I feel like the blueprint that we use and that we, govern ourselves, and teach, because we lead as example. I think that means everything. But yeah, those digital products that you have, that's a blessing. You able to be, and for you to, how old are you? I keep on saying you 25.
26.
About to be 27. You getting old now, because when you first came into my life, look, you came into my life indirectly. And but anyway, when you first came into my life, 18 years old, you worked anywhere before?
Subway, McDonald's,
Fast food.
I worked everywhere.
You did?
I did.
So you
I
always
wasn't
just been a hustler
consistent.
like this. You always had this. You always just wanted to get a lot, be successful, and had a lot of drive. Cause your drive is beyond compare for somebody of your age. It's not
Never.
normal. It's savage.
I
This
remember
is
when
true.
I was 15, I had my first job at Subway, and my check was $600. I had never seen $600 before, and it was so amazing to me. And I just wanted to keep working.
More, more,
Just kept
more.
working, and now I'm here because I kept working.
At 26 years old, to reach your level of success, you know, you know, you just, touch with your business entities and entrepreneurship, a great height for your age. Like that is phenomenal.
It's remarkable.
It's not regular, but it's a blessing to me, because I look at you and I be like, it make me, want to impart into those ones that I really see. There I go back to that again. But look, you was a hothead. You organized your, thinking and structure, and just took control.
Cause I wish I would have started at
Yes.
your age.
Bravo,
You
bravo.
are amazing. Because like I have a child your age and work ethic is not there, so I understand. This is amazing.
Amazing. What about you, Kirsten?
Um, it's always started out with a challenge, and then once you find a schedule and figure it out, without you got those bumps and bruises through the road, but um, it becomes easy. I'm not so much on those digital products as I need to be, so I like to be hands on, like to touch stuff. Um, so those are my challenges, and I'm working on them. But the tying the mom hood up into everything. Uh,
But you can make a physical product a digital product. So you saying you're not really hands on with the digital products, but you working the hell out of the physical product, pretty much inadvertently making it a digital product because your daughter is in competition around the world and you don't ever have to miss. You're always there, wherever you got to do, and you bought your time back. But while you doing all of that, your offices is still, your businesses, all your businesses are in motion.
we got some systems in place, but I do think that parenthood, just having to balance the work life and the parenthood life, is it's a challenge. It does
Yeah.
not come without challenge because sometimes
Yeah.
I used to always my motto was when I had one kid at the time until he went to kindergarten. I said I could kind of do what I wanted to do because
Yeah.
it was daycare. I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
I did miss things, because I went to school, I worked,
Yeah.
I worked, and those things created challenges.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
when I can be near, I'm away, and then I find people missing me.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Challenge. But using these digital products is what I'm really like key into.
But
Just to make it
my
work
my
more for
my
me.
hat is off to you because you have actually made your physical products digital products. Anytime you can walk away from your brick and mortar and your systems are in place. That now to me in my head is a digital product.
It is a digital product, and I do use it. I use it a lot.
Yes.
I'm using it
It's
more and more.
yeah.
It's becoming handy,
It's
dandy.
it's the mindset and it's that blueprint.
No,
It's
your
that
blueprint does work.
that blueprint is scaling everything. Everything you touch, it's there. It's right there. Everything that I see, conversations that I have, is totally different. When somebody telling me about something, they may be telling me on one level. I'm automatically and went to the scale. You know, oh yeah, okay. Well, how can they scale this? Okay, and put it together like that, and it makes it a digital product, and now it's achievable because now the systems are in place.
This is true. I'm thankful for digital products because, like you said, baby sick, you can't show up.
Can't
Your
take off
laptop,
when
you
you
can go
need to.
anywhere.
Can't say I'm not coming. No,
Don't have to
I'm
worry
not.
about sick days.
Exactly. What about you, Mary? What about you, Mariam?
Oh, okay. Well, I had it all. But I like mine. I started, of course, with you. Because my husband asked me. I wasn't doing nothing. I was at home. I didn't do nothing. I stayed home while he went to work. You want to do that? I said, yeah, for this for the fun. But now I look at it as I don't do it for fun. I like helping people. I enjoy watching, people be happy. And then
But we like with your kids
when
as giving you your time back to your family. Like you was that stay at home mom. So when you took on even the venture, it didn't take you out of your role. You still maintained to be that stay at home mom
it did.
all this time, and you have got to some really high heights as an entrepreneur and a stay at home mom. You know what I mean?
'Cause I
Through
got
your
5 boys,
digital
so it's
through
easy.
digital
I
products. Yeah.
feel like it is. Especially with 5 boys. Football, I mean, all of them is, if not all, 3 of them is into some type of sport. Like I can leave home when they call from school. I don't mix nothing when it comes to them no more.
I feel like
Wait, not no more, but I
yeah,
just don't.
yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm a business owner, but I'm still a stay-at-home mom. So nothing really The only thing that is different is I'm making money.
Period. Period. And it's but with anything, whether it's this blueprint or another, and I since we're mentioning blueprints and we do have one, you can contact any one of us on this panel for our blueprint, and we have it for you, and we can help you too. But anyways, back not about that, more about people being able to see that yeah, there's gonna be challenges. It's not always gonna be good. Whatever is glitter ain't gold. You just gotta put the energy into whatever you want to get out of it. Put that amount of energy into it, and you're definitely gonna get it out of it. And it's not always going to be easy, and there is going to be some challenges, and yes, you have a child, and all of that stuff, but right now we got a choice to do things to try to buy our time back and still be successful. So it's not about that part, it's more people's thinking and where they are mentally. So you got to get your thinking together. You got to get your structure together, mindset. You got to get your mindset together. But we're gonna leave it on that note. And again, hit the bell, click the button. Okay, Billionary Concepts, where true millionary and billionaires are made. Okay, Billionary Concepts. Click the like. Join our podcast. Stay tuned.